Yay! Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, gorgeous, or whatever time it is where you are. Welcome to the session. Sorry that I'm a couple minutes late. Weird technical things happening. A lot of energy going on, but I'm so glad that you are here. Come into the room, come into the room, come into the room. For my Manifest Your Magic people, this is a week where we are on. And for folks who are following the Lionsgate sale, there'll be an opportunity to join Manifest Your Magic coming up. And so many of you have taken advantage of this sale. That makes me so happy that y'all are getting in on all of these beautiful processes and products and services for your abundance, for your manifestation, for your edification. Yay! Goddess Michelle is checking in. Greetings, 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 Goddess Michelle. I have a lot of Michelles in my family. You may have heard me mention before. I have many cousins named Michelle. I guess it's a common name where my folks are from. Hello, everyone. Come in. We've got Facebook. We've got YouTube. There were some Instagram technical difficulties, so Instagram is not on the line right now, but that is okay. They will catch up. Come on in. Hit the share button, please. Put some positivity on your timeline. Thank you, my beautiful goddess Jamaican Dougla, for always sharing and spreading the word, and all of you for sharing and spreading the word. And as a matter of fact, lovely Jamaican Dougla, tomorrow's special, I think, in the Lionsgate sale, which everyone can find at richgoddess.club. I think tomorrow, if it's not tomorrow, it's the next day. Because it's disappearing sales for 8 days for 8 Lionsgate, which is coming up tomorrow. Is I think the readings by mail, where I pick cards for you and send them by mail. Send me an email. The easiest way is my first and last name at gmail.com with your mailing address so that I can make sure to put you on that list and gift you a reading by mail, because you are single-handedly holding it down on the pathway formerly known as Twitter, which, as you can see, I've given up on sharing on Twitter, just because it's something different. But my beautiful goddess Jamaican Dougla is manifesting it into the beautiful world we want it to be, and always sharing the conversation and the links and everything over there. Yay! Ohio's in the house. My girlie Caitlin, who was one of my first roommates in college, is in Ohio, one of the beautiful people in Ohio. And now we got you out in Ohio. Hello, everyone. Hello, Goddess Sakina. Yay. So happy to see all of you. It is a beautiful day to be alive and a beautiful day to be thriving. Type into the conversation right now. I am thriving. Let's claim it. Let's claim it. I am thriving. I am thriving. We are thriving. And our thriving lesson today from the book From Imagination to Reality. Oh, first, some thriving, beautiful manifestation that we've created with our momentum here in this circle. The Chinese rights to this book just sold. So maybe at some point, the folks in China, when they receive their translated copy, I'm excited to see the book in Chinese. We'll be watching this video back. So hello, Chinese fam. The book is From Imagination to Reality, Secret Manifestation Lessons and the Law of Assumption from Abdullah Master Alchemist. So greetings, Chinese family. We are glad that you are here. And the lesson that we are going to be learning today is the mystery of identical harvest. I'll tell you what page that is. Page 165, the mystery of identical harvest. This is what we're going to be learning today. And someone had asked about, I think it was yesterday, someone asked about where were the Spanish version of the decks. We have Portuguese, we have French. No Spanish version of the decks yet. No Spanish version of the books yet. So my Spanish fam, what's happening? What is going on? Let me see. I'm trying to think how I can say it in Spanish. Maybe that's why, right? No, we're revising that because we're manifesting it. Yes. So I am manifesting that in this year, 20 and 24, we will have the Spanish rights for From Imagination to Reality. We will have the Spanish version of the deck. Yo quiero, uh, el libro y los decks en español, por favor. Y mis ancestres y familia son creating it now, ahora. We're making it happen. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We are thriving, we are living, we are manifesting, and we are creating. And Spanish family, please disregard my Nuyorican Spanish, but let's manifest the book. So today we are talking, as I said, about the mystery of identical harvest, which is the very basic spiritual principle: we reap what we sow. As within, so without. Now, those can feel like ominous words, like you reap what you sow. Maybe it's just, I don't know, it's just my family, or that can sound ominous. But this is actually a positive and a beautiful thing, meaning that we live what we plant. That sounds better, I think, than you reap what you sow. That sounds more ominous. We live what we plant. Let's put it that way. Type in the comments. We live what we plant. I live what I plant. I live what I plant. Meaning the seeds that we plant in our lives, the seeds that we put out there are what we are living. We are going to be living in the beautiful garden of life that we plant. Everything that we do is planting a seed. So when Goddess Michelle shows up in all of her beautiful energy and is like, yay, it's a day to be here, and Shay's Muse and Jamaican Douglas and everyone is affirming, I thrive and I live what I plant, and Goddess Akina, these are seeds. Every single thing is a seed. So when you're driving and that person cuts you off and you want to cuss them out, boom, that's a seed. When your partner or spouse is driving you crazy, or you're upset about something else and you get into an argument with them, boom, that's a seed. Every single thing that we do is dropping a seed. So the law of identical harvest, as it was termed by Neville Goddard, who was a student of Ethiopian mystic Abdullah, the law of identical harvest just says that there is an identical spiritual principle. It has many different names in many different societies and cultures. Is basically, like I said, we reap what we sow. Our lives are a mirror of what we are putting in. Now, there are many different spiritual laws. This is just one of them. So there are many factors at play. However, we do need to be conscious of and vigilant in a positive way, not in a paranoid way, about what we are planting. What are you planting in your garden? And so they introduced, Abdullah and Neville, they introduced also the principle of calling it a positive mental diet. Type into the conversation, mental diet. Your mental diet, our mental diet is everything that we pour into ourselves. So right now you are feeding your mental diet with this beautiful, positive, loving, inspiring conversation that we're all having together as a group. This is what you are putting in. This is our mental diet, right? Our mental diet, however, also includes when we get inspired or obsessed with, say something happens on the news that is negative or scary or bad or worries us. That's also a part of our mental diet too. Our mental diet includes the things that we allow to stoke our fears, the things that we allow to make us feel less than, the conversations we have with people in our lives that maybe tell us that we're not good enough, or the commercials and billboards that we see, or whatever it is that have reflect to us that somehow our image is not the correct one. Every single thing that we put in is a part of our mental diet. So, what we want to do, because the law of identical harvest states that every single thing that we put in, a fundamental principle that governs the universe, what you sow, so shall you reap, says that it's a reminder that we have a responsibility in shaping our reality. It means that we want to be vigilant about our mental diet. What are you feeding yourself in terms of conversations? What are you feeding yourself in terms of the people that you spend time with? What are you feeding yourself in terms of the books that you read, in terms of the music that you listen to? So if you have, if you have music that you listen to that feels good in your body and feels uplifting to you, and the lyrics are also speaking love into your life, that is a positive mental diet. That is beautiful. That is inspiring. And that's going to speed up your manifestations. It's going to speed up your creations. Okay. If you are listening to music that is singing into your life, death and destruction, and about how you are not less than, or something is wrong with you, or you're broken, or life sucks, that is also, unfortunately, a part of your mental diet. We live what we plant. We live what we plant. And so, because we know that we are worthy and deserving of all great things, type into the comments, I am worthy and deserving of all great things. I am worthy and deserving of all great things. We want to water our flowers, our garden, with beautiful vitamins, with beautiful, healthy water, with loving thoughts, with loving people, loving experiences. Come to the retreat in January, or if you can't make it to my retreat, go to somebody else's. Immersive experiences are extremely powerful and extremely potent. This is really important because your manifestations are making the world, are creating your world, creating the world around us. And I would much rather live in a world that is co-created by you, Goddess Marie Nadine, Goddess Ola, Goddess Sonia, all of these beautiful goddesses who are here, than a world that is created by, the fearful, fear-mongering, hateful folks that are some of the folks that I see out in the world. Now, let's take this a little bit deeper. Let's take this a lot deeper, in fact. So if any of us, most of us, look around at the world, we can find negative people, negative situations, negative circumstances, fear, messages of scarcity, lack, less than, all of that, right? Hatred. However, because it's the law of identical harvest, does that mean then that instead of reacting to the 3D world as it is, we need to remember that, I am a creative force of nature? Type that in the comments. I am a creative force of nature, and I am indeed creating the world around me. I am going to shift. So yes, in the 3D circumstances, there is hate, there is abuse, there is scarcity, there is lack, there are all of these low vibrational, horrible things. But I am going to make a shift. I am going to make a change. I am going to see for myself, my family, my loved ones, which includes you, a different world. We are manifesting a different world. Law of identical harvest. We reap what we sow. So the world that I am sowing, the seeds that I am planting, the seeds we are planting together are seeds of love. Type into the comments, love. The world that we are planting together are seeds of abundance, riches, not scarcity and lack, like, okay, I got to get mine before she gets hers, or no, that we are all in it together. We are all in it together. Somebody write that in the comments. We are all in it together. And so we are co-creating a different world. And so rather than get bogged down, and I'm talking to me as much as I'm talking to you, bogged down in the fears, the political fears that are being stoked, the the living as a woman in a woman's body, like just, in the world, from the time that we have become conscious of the world, we've been told to be afraid, and we have good reason. We have evidence for ourselves, of how scary the world can be for us as women. We have evidence, right? So then we use that evidence to terrify ourselves rather than using our power to say, okay, that has been the world up until now. But right now, it stops. Right now, it shifts. Right now, because all things are possible, type into the comments, all things are possible. I am co-creating, I am manifesting a beautiful world, a world filled with love, a world filled with well-being, a world where my daughter can feel safer in her body and in her mind and in her soul and self as a young girl growing up than her mommy did, right? We are manifesting and creating a braver world, a world where we get to live our dreams, a world where we get to be ourselves, a world where we get to love, to feel, to express, to be creative, to have big dreams, to reach for the sky. That is the world that we are creating. And so because the law of identical harvest says that the seeds, what we reap, what you reap, what you sow, so shall you. What is it? Let's see. Let's get the words, the exact biblical words. What you sow, so shall you reap. And it's not just, the Bible that teaches that. Like I said, it's in the Hermetic laws. It was in, the principles of Mayat. It is in the laws of Yoruba land. This is ancient spiritual principle, the mirror principle. What we put in is what we get out. We're going to, on this day, decide. Type into the comments, decide. We are going to decide that whenever there is a choice between fear and love, we will choose love. We're going to decide in this moment that whenever there is a choice between love and hate, we're going to choose love. We're going to decide in this moment that whenever there is a choice between scarcity and lack and love and abundance and riches and prosperity, we're going to choose love. Love, abundance, wealth, prosperity. That is what feels natural in our bodies. Love is what feels natural in our bodies. Feeling good about who we are and our community, and feeling good and realizing that, that we're all in it together. This is creating a shift. This by itself, like, I don't know if you can feel it where you are, like right now, like just right now, there is an energetic shift. We are already on a different frequency. We're on a different timeline. We have shifted the timeline. That's why when I teach oracle reading and divination, I teach that, don't be locked in and think that, because you had a bad reading, a bad moment, a bad day, a bad year, a bad whatever, that determines your destiny. No, that is a snapshot of the moment. And right now, we have already shifted timelines. Type into the comments, we have shifted timelines. We are on another timeline right this minute. We are on a timeline where, yes, we are reaping what we sow, because what we are sowing, what we are planting is love. What we are planting is abundance. What we are planting is community. What we are planting is well-being. What we are planting is a wonderful world, a glorious world where you get to be paid for just being you. You get to be paid for just existing. You get to be loved just as you are, and all things are possible. We have decided it, right? All things are possible. I don't know if you feel this timeline. I'm feeling it. We are already, are you still on the other timeline? Come on over to this timeline. Come into this timeline, a timeline where we love, adore, respect, and cherish each other and ourselves. this beautiful, brave world. Yes, Goddess Olalu, a beautiful, brave world, a courageous world, a wonderful world where scarcity and lack is not a factor. Why? Because it's not what we have planted. It is not what we are going to reap or sow, because it's just not a factor. We're not going to focus on it. We're going to focus on the love. We're going to focus on the joy, focus on the laughter, focus on the healing. Where the laughter is where we need to be. Where the healing is where we need to be. Where the joy is where we need to be. I remember a few years ago, I was reading about, these people who were doing this laughing ministry. And it was really beautiful. There's laughing yoga as well, and different practices like that, where people were healing their physical ailments. If you have physical ailments in your body, I invite you to try this by just watching comedies, giving themselves a mental diet of comedy and joy, and saying, okay, for the next 6 months or however long, I am not going to indulge in anything that is fearful, negative, scarcity, lack, any of that. I am just going to laugh. I'm going to laugh. And they rebuilt cells. They recalibrated their world. They recalibrated themselves. They shifted their timelines into one of healing and joy. Because love heals, joy heals, happiness heals. And that's what we are stepping into. That's what we are leaning into. That is the harvest that we are reaping, the mystery of identical harvest. Yes? Yes. Okay, so let me read the declaration. Okay, and so this chapter talks about cause and effect, and all kinds of examples of reaping, and there's a manifest with the law of identical harvest assignment and all of that. Oh, I'm loving this timeline. It feels good to feel good. Type that in the comments. It feels so good to feel so good. There's also a money manifesting exercise I want you to do on page 180, where you're clearing the weeds, writing down all the block beliefs you have about money, and stepping into your abundance. Okay, so here is, at some point, we're going to have to do a more detailed course where we can do all of these assignments. But this is okay. This is okay. We're doing what we're doing for now. Okay, your law of identical harvest decree. I am the master of my thoughts, the sower of my seeds, and the creator of my reality. I recognize that my thoughts are the seeds that I sow, and my life is the field in which they grow. I plant these seeds in the fertile soil of my mind and water them with feelings of joy, gratitude, and love. I know that the seeds I plant today will become my harvest of tomorrow, and I eagerly await the bounty that will come forth. I trust the natural process of growth, understanding that my seeds will sprout, grow, and flourish in perfect timing. Yes, the perfect timing. Right? With every thought, I am sowing seeds. With every action, I am watering them. With every moment, I am nurturing my chosen seeds, because we decided, knowing that they will bear the fruit of my desires. I share my experiences and the fruit of my harvest with others. I rejoice in their successes and their harvests, knowing that we are all interconnected. Yes, we are. And that their joy is my joy. Your joy is my joy. With every moment, I am nurturing my chosen seeds, knowing that they will bear the fruit of my desires. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Are you receiving that today? Yes, 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 yes. Are you receiving that today, my beauties? Yes. We are reaping something wonderful. We have shifted timelines, and it feels so good to feel so good. It feels so good just to be us. I love you. Thank you for coming today into the world of abundance. Yes, Goddess Sonia, here in our free manifesting school. You can, I love that idea. Goddess Nandi is watching The Odd Couple and old shows like that. Yes, very smart, very wise. Yes. If you haven't yet, definitely check out the sale at richgoddess.club, and find some wonderful things to enhance your abundance journey. I love you, love you, love you. Yay for Leo season. And I will see you, those of you who are Manifest Your Magic, I'll see you today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, celebrating the new moon. And everyone else, I'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye, my loves. Yes, we are manifesting, manifesting, manifesting. Ashe, goddess.